treasure. I know it. We're close.
Welcome back to Azeroth, people of Earth. Here we are again, doing a delve and taking the easy way out. In this case, I have a guy who's probably like item level able to do like a 10, maybe even 11. But I am not doing that on account of they need to fix that. Okay, here we go. Yep, down, turn around. Alright. One punchy thug won't be punching nobody anymore. Even though I don't particularly like this scenario that much. I think it's okay. It's not as bad as it's not really that bad for a melee strong solo-y character. This was like a total pain in the butt to do back in Season 2, because what they did is they had this thing called the password thing, which was the coolest thing in the world. It would crash your game sometimes because that's how Blizzard does things now. But it was a really cool item and really strong. But 1 in 20 times you used it, well, it would just randomly spawn and then just solve all of your problems. It did all of the damage to everything, which was an awesome thing, except that 1 in 20 times it would crash your game, and that really sucked. I'm going to go down there and get that and that. So I'm going to go down there and get that and that. But then, aside from that, it also, in this particular battle, it was a nightmare. Because it had these big AoE templates that the WoW engine just doesn't handle very well. When you have a big AoE thing and it spreads out in a cone in front of you, Brad, man, he is so awful. I don't know what it was that he was over there getting, but he seems to have approached this thing to get something like. He seems to have approached it in order to loot something, or I don't know. Maybe he was just going to lean against the pillar or something. Like he was Joe Cool. But
nice fight.
I don't know. Maybe he was going over there to get fish. Who knows? But he aggroed this thing. And they really need to turn that off, or allow me to turn it off. But they don't. Why isn't there a button mapped to let me exit? Okay. We'll harvest this because we know Bran's gonna go get it. Oh man, that thing is not supposed to have done that.
We need to get closer.
50% more life. Dimension on this thing.
Oh, I mean,
That's not a bad one. Oh. I don't want to hear you cry. Let me get these guys. Brands are terrifying. Okay, everybody dead? Everybody? Okay. Get this one real quick. Now, one thing to keep in mind when doing any of these scenarios, I say this all the time, but I'm going to say it now because we are in view of the thing. You look down there, that's where the boss is going to spawn. He won't spawn until you get to like 7 of these guys. So if what you want to do, if there were some guys down here, I don't think there's any reason why I don't want to just have him spawn. If you get to 6 and then you just keep going, you don't open any more of these cages and you work your way down here and clear all this out, you can clear out any of the mobs that are like already there. Like there should be like a drill sergeant, one of those mechanical drill things that crawl around like a big spider with a drill on the end of it. There's usually one of those that kind of patrols up around here. And so
I'm out of the way.
I don't know. I don't see him. Maybe he's not there for this one. Stand back and go down on that guy because he's going to stand there and punchy thug at us. And we are done. I don't know what the exit button is. I don't know what they call that. I'll have to. If somebody knows what the key is when you activate the Delver guy. I like to do the repair not just to top off, but to also make sure that I got the extra life. I don't think I ever used that, but... There we go. Now, what you can do, just in case somebody hasn't, they've gotten through Season 3 and didn't know this, is you can do that. Exit and run up here. That's some stuff. I'm gonna run down here. Just on the idea that maybe we won't have to fight everything in one go. There's a drill sergeant coming up there. Oh no, we're gonna have to fight that. Bran stood up there and made sure of that. he is such a menace. That sparkly stuff is just Bran's misprints.
Smell that?
It's too far away.
Yes, you're taking the spoils!
See, this is the amazing part. Like, he can just stand by a wall and evade stuff because he's kind of stuck. It's not going to make any difference because I'm not in any danger here. But if I were, if this was any kind of like a challenge, the fact that that guy was standing by a wall and evaded stuff, so I couldn't pull him back, and that Bran kept attacking. Normally, Bran's like trying to kite stuff all across the Dell. He'd be like all the way up there or something by this time. But no, he stood right there on that bridge and fought that guy. Because that's the way he is. Telling me their stories of Mr. Delver. Mr. Delverdeer. See, in this little bit is kind of like a puzzle. I like the puzzly kind of stuff, but they rarely have anything where you really need to solve any kind of puzzles in these things. At least not any that are like actual intellectual challenges or anything. So I'm going to do this even though it may be problematic. Yeah. Not going to be that much of a problem. them guys. Now, what about here? I guess in this case they don't have the normal thing. So the drill sergeant that you'd normally have to deal with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. Stun him. Knock that down. Exit, run up here. See? See, he's constantly like hitting you with like stun type attacks, or I guess you call them knockback attacks. He's knocking you around, which if you're a caster is kind of a mess. But in this guy's case, since he's really caster, you don't have to worry about any of that.
I'll give you a hand for this one.
Yeah, I was reading I was watching some YouTube video about the Midnight pre-event is on the beta, and some people were looking at it and how the best gear you're going to get from it seems to be champion gear. So, yeah, that's kind of a disappointment. So, speaking of disappointment, I mean, that's one, like, upgrade that I don't have to get. So, I guess I'll take that. Then let's see what we get on our banner for Carper. Oh, so that's a pretty good one. A champion piece in the Battle for Cards. We just got a pair of boots. With the, we got a slight upgrade in the veteran, so we got a pair of heroic boots. So, he's now 687, so that's a thing. That's something. No weapons, though. But you can't get everything that you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find that you get what you need. And on that note, I'll leave it there. And you guys have fun doing that.